Alright, you might be wondering what it is we're doing today. Today, we're going to be making fried chicken. We're going to start first by taking off the wings of the bird. Now to do that, we're going to place the knife behind its shoulder. You're going to be cutting right here. You're going to be cutting until you expose the joint, and then cutting in between there, releasing the cartilage. After that, simply just cut around the joint, freeing the wing from the bird. We're going to repeat the same process on the other side. This is going to give us 2 nice chicken wings. Now, when breaking down a bird, it's best to have another place to put your chicken aside from the small cutting board that you decided to use. The next step is going to be removing the spine. I've cut 2 lines here so you can know where you should be cutting along. Now this would be best done with some sturdy kitchen shears, but if you don't have that, you might just have to muscle it a little. Having freed one side, repeat the process on the other. It was at this point my patience began to wear thin, and so I opted for a bigger knife. Be wary of your fingers when cutting. Now, having removed the spine, we're going to break this center bone down the middle. We're going to flip this over, and we're going to proceed to take off the thighs. Now you could see pretty much where the thighs come off. And there should be at this point no bones inhibiting you from doing that. As you see, it very easily came off. We're going to repeat that on the other side. Now onto the breast. I'm going to start by just cutting the breast straight in half. Now we have 2 beautiful breasts. Now, these are a little too large for me, so I'm going to start by actually cutting them in half. And again, watch your fingers. Wonderful. I think these pieces should be a bit more manageable. And again with the other piece. Now we have the whole bird broken down, we can move on to the brine. Now to begin, we're going to get a bowl that could fit all of our chicken. And we're going to start by measuring out 16 ounces of buttermilk, which is approximately 2 cups. Now today we're going to be using 12 different herbs and spices. To start with, 2/3 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, a 1/2 teaspoon of basil, 1/3 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon celery salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon dried mustard, 4 teaspoons paprika, 2 teaspoons garlic salt, 3 teaspoons white pepper, and add 1 additional tablespoon of salt. So I whisked all those together and I put my chicken in there. Now we're going to put it into the fridge. It's at this point that we have to wait a minimum of 6 to 24 hours until we can begin frying our chicken.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
1 eternity later.
24 hours, so I actually waited overnight, but we're gonna now bread the chicken and then I'm gonna put it to fry. It's gonna be great. So to start our breading, we're gonna begin by taking 2 cups of all-purpose flour and dropping in a 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Then we're going to take the mixture of spices that we used previously and drop that in there too. Get a whisk and whisk this all together until it's homogeneous. And then we'll begin breading our chicken. Bread that chicken. Alright, so now the chicken's all breaded, and we're going to actually let it sit here in its own breading for about 10 minutes. And midway through that, I guess I'll turn on the oil and just get everything all heated up. When frying, it's best to use a neutral oil. So here I'm actually using a blend of peanut and canola oil. So you're going to set your oil to about medium-high heat. And you're going to want to check your oil. So you're going to do that just like this.
Ow! I burned my hand!
Alright. It's time to fry. Been going for a while, so it's pretty well heated up now. Here we go. So first things first, when you drop in your chicken, make sure you drop it in away from yourself. Your oil should be bubbling like this. That's a good sign. You're going to have each piece in there for about 6 minutes, and then you're going to flip it and let it fry for an additional 3 to 4 minutes. Now, it's always good practice to check on what you're frying. Just make sure that your oil is not too hot and not too low. And that's what we're looking for. Alright, so we made all the chicken. It's right here, nice and fried. And so the only thing left to do is try it.
The prophecy is true.
That is so goddamn good. That was amazing. And I hope you guys take the time to put it together. And happy birthday, Nina. You guys take care. Bye-bye.